Hey, I'm at Rock City MMA in Little Rock, Arkansas, and I'm with the Dreadhead Hitman, Nathan Gilmore. Man, got a big title fight coming up again. November 16th, Pyramid Fights 14. You're going to defend that 145 title. It's not going to be easy, man. What's your thoughts?
Uh, it's never easy. You know, when you get to a level of difficulty, everybody's tough. Everybody trains hard. Everybody got good coaches. It's never easy. It's gonna be a tough fight. You know, he's a really great wrestler. Of course, he's gonna want to go to the ground. Go to the ground. I'm submitting him.
Yeah, your opponent's Zach Moore out of Combat Family Fitness. Trains over there with Brian Foster's gym. And you just got through beating his teammate, Colton Ham. So you know they're coming for blood, man.
Definitely, Colton Ham. That's my boy.
I mean, you're going to have to be on your A game on this guy. I mean, this guy is building. He made his amateur debut at LFA. He's racked off 3 wins since. He's coming for you, Nathan. What's up?
He's on a tear. You know, he's here for a reason. You know, Pyramids put on great fights and they pick great opponents. You know, so he's here for a reason. I'm game. He better be ready to die because I'm prepared to kill.
Man, you talking about putting on tough fights, man. Josh Hudson, he matches these guys, man, from the first fight to the last fight, and they're all killer. I mean, you just when you step in that cage, you really don't know who's going to come out victorious, and that's what's so good about going to Pyramid Fights, man. You just don't know who's going to win. There's no giving at Pyramid Fights, so you're gonna have your hands full, man. But this will be your 5th Pyramid Fight.
Yes, sir.
Your last 4 Pyramid Fights, you have finished with knockouts. Are we going to see the signature move, the Dreadhead Hitman body slam?
I don't know. I got a couple people telling me to throw him out the ring. So
it wouldn't surprise me, man.
So, I mean, he's a wrestler, so you know he's going to want to wrestle. Defend the takedown. My game plan is if he goes to the ground, I'm going to submit him. If he want to wrestle, I'm gonna slam him. If he want to stand up and bang, I'm gonna give him these hands. So.
Man, you look like you put on a little bit of weight. I mean, you put on some muscle, or is that something you've been working on? Is getting stronger, or?
Definitely not getting stronger. I mean, I'm always getting stronger. But really, this fight I just been working more on wrestling, and my jiu-jitsu game is pretty good, especially for at 135 pounds. But I don't use it. I don't put it together like I'm supposed to. This fight, you'll see a different, completely Dreadhead Hitman. He take me to the ground immediately. He's fight probably over. So he take me to the ground, go for it.
So now this they got on tape. Probably they got you. This will be your 16th fight, but actually be your 18th fight.
Yes, sir.
I mean, how many more amateur fights, man, do you got going before consider going professional? I mean,
well, you can always get better. You know, that's what we strive to do here at Rock City. You know, with Nathan Kirby, Ashton Kirby, you know, Taylor, myself, Paul, which he just left us. You know.
Oh, Paul left you guys?
Yes, sir. He
oh
left
wow.
us. You know, we got Sam. We always, everybody as a team, we build each other up to get better. You know, so. It's not my decision. It's a whole team decision. So
yeah.
The team feels like, hey, Dread, it's that time, and coach make that call. We signing the contract, baby.
I know, you know, when you fight 145 pounds, usually your opponent's always bigger than you, but you get down to you fight 135. I mean, is there any thoughts of maybe going down to 125?
Definitely. It's just about dieting right. You know, eating correctly and eating like I'm supposed to. And instead of 2 days, going to 3 days. I get that taken care of. That's definitely an option. You know, even if they wanted to do it before I went pro, and they had another belt ready for me shined up, I'll go ahead and grab it. At 125, that's definitely an option as well. You know, I don't think you know it, but Rock City, we hold a lot of pyramid titles. I don't know what weight class we don't have. What weight class we don't have, Coach?
Well, we about
Heavyweight.
Heavyweight, 185 and 205. We come for all.
Coach
So
Nathan Kirby.
We don't keep them fat here.
Yeah.
Most of the heavyweights need to go on a diet anyway.
So Nathan, what's the Dreadhead? What's the outcome of this fight going to be? Whoa.
Well, listen, I mean, we can all say we're going to win, but we know that his opponent's a great athlete, and I know they have a game plan. But that game plan will only work on a fighter that they think is a fighter and who he used to be. It's not the same Dredd. You know, he really is a student of the game ever since he's been here to grow in grappling. As you know, he's always had some stupid strength. I mean, you see him picking people up and flipping.
I asked him about his signature move, the Dredd Head Hitman Body Slam.
Yeah, you know, and that's great. But now we have a new controlled Dredd. You know, that isn't dropping his hands. He isn't throwing one punch and one kick. I mean, yeah, that overhand. And you know, they're going to train for a while Dredd, but we've got a trained assassin now. You know, because he realizes that, you know, he doesn't have long in this game as an amateur. I mean, we've got pro offers already, and so we just can't stay the same fighter, and he knows this. I mean, how many times we've talked in here, and hard days too. Some hard days when, you know, frustration comes in, when, you know, like when you're learning how to roll and hitting the pocket, staying in the pocket and fighting is completely different. You see guys just fight on the outside constantly. And that's a new learned skill. These guys to be able to fight on the inside, slipping and rolling, working his jiu-jitsu, man. His jiu-jitsu, man. He's tapping out purple belts now, so it's no joke. I mean, he lets everybody know too.
So it's safe to say we're going to see a different Dreadhead Hitman in that cages.
Yeah. How you train is how you fight. So we're trying to make sure our training is going to emulate. You know, we can emulate that in the cage. But then again, he's a natural fighter. And so whatever happens, you know, all I can do is just beg and ask him to listen. You know, that's any coach's dream, is to have somebody who can listen. When that happens, that's when the magic happens between a coach and an athlete.
I mean, and there's not been no easy fights for Dreadhead. He says it'll be his 5th pyramid fight. 4 has been finished by knockout. Mm-hmm. So, I mean...
We're going to do our best to make it 5.
Oh, yeah, we're coming to hit somebody, that's for sure. That ain't going to change, just so you know. I mean, we're just trying to hit a new angle, a new combination along with it. So it ain't just going to be 1 punch and done. We're going to have 5 punches and done.
Okay.
So it's a different game. Now, he's a fantastic athlete, awesome dad, awesome student, awesome
That's what
friend.
I tell him, man. Fantastic dad. I wish a lot of the dads were like that out there. And
yeah.
So you say you got some pro offers. So is that 35, or are you considering maybe coming down to 125?
No, I think he's just too big for 125. I mean, that's just something we have to think of. He'd have to have so much dedication, and it's really hard as an athlete to try and drop that. It's not the safest for the long term. We got to look at the long term of this. If he wants to stick this out and take some big shows along the road, I mean, Pyramid has been awesome for us. You know, we got options for, you know, Max Fighting and V3 and SFC and Peak, and that is fantastic. We have a great local base, and we're thankful for these promoters. We really are. But we also know that there's going to come to a point where they can no longer afford this level of fighter, and that's what we want to make sure we get up to. And so we want that phone call to come in, and we got to give them a reason to call us.
So do you know how many amateur fights he's got before?
How many left?
Yeah.
You know, honestly, we got to see, because, you know, we talked about this last fight. Didn't you have a foul in this one? That last fight, wasn't there a foul? Something illegal happened. You kick him in his balls?
Nah. That's
Did he?
I think people were questioning if it was a head kick on when he went down. But
Oh no, I'm not worried about that. That wasn't illegal, and it wasn't malice. I mean, he meant nothing by that.
No, he's talking about the first one in the first round.
Oh yeah.
It was a low blow. That's what they said. Yeah.
Oh yeah. And then you finish him. The referee stopped it, but the athletic commission was like, "No, we're gonna finish this and we're gonna do this again."
Yes, sir.
I don't know how legal that was, by the way. Arkansas Athletic Commission. The referee has jurisdiction, but we don't want to win that way anyway. And I know there's some boos. That's not who Dredd is. You know, he's got a heart. You see him always giving up his titles and his belts and his medals to his fans and stuff. So really, it is if this fight doesn't show a different Nathan Gilmore, Dreadhead Hitman, you know, that is a persona that he's built for the MMA world. Nathan Gilmore as a athlete, as a student, as a soon-to-be coach, that's
a great father.
Yeah, that's a different person. But if Dreadhead as a fighter doesn't change in this one, then we're still staying as an amateur, because we can't afford a 0-1 or a 0-2 loss because of a mistake that was made when we could have fixed it, when it didn't matter, when we're not getting paid for it. You know, we just got to get some sponsors.
Sponsors, hear that?
You know, he's got a full-time job, he's got kids, and he kills in this gym, and he's always here, and he's always pushing. So, I mean, that's what we got to look for, you know, these people that step up and support these local amateur fighters because, you know, just like Thomas Gifford, just like TJ Brown, just like Luis Pena, they're local for now.
Bryce Mitchell, yeah.
Bryce Mitchell, absolutely.
Yeah.
Michael Walker, you know, he's been fighting Japan. I mean, we've got the opportunity here. Arkansas is on the rise. So, you know, all you got to do is follow your boy.
That's why I asked, how much does that motivate you when you see Bryce Mitchell and T.J. Brown and Thomas Gifford and them guys, man, starting to go up the ranks?
I'm hungry. They got a taste of it. We here in Rock City, we want a taste of it too.
I heard that, man.
Yes, sir.
Rock City's on the rise. I mean,
absolutely.
you
really
pushing out them fighters, man. I just interviewed Taylor, and I was like, man, it seemed like last time I seen you, it looked like you growed about 6 or 8 inches.
Taylor guys?
Yeah.
Oh, no, he's half midget.
But he went up from 170 to 185. And I was like,
no, he was never fight at 170.
he never did? I thought he had a 170. And
No, he's only fought at 185.
Extreme Fight Night was.
It was all 185.
Oh,
Oh,
okay,
185.
my
He's
bad,
on
then.
185.
My bad.
Maybe he just
Okay.
got bigger.
We're not going to fight at 170 yet because that's Austin. You know, and Austin's going to, you know, defend his title in January.
Yeah.
But we don't have anybody at 85 right now, and we'll take it. We've got, you know, Sam, and we got a new guy coming up. He's a big old ogre guy, but hopefully we get his hands going and his body moving. But, you know, Sam is really coming around. I think he'll be a great 205. You know, Taylor's going to stay at 185 for a while, and we've got 170 taken care of. We got 155 for a while. We got 3 guys sitting at 155, 45, and 35.
Oh, wow.
You know, we got Chris Wolford, we got Tyler Ernest, and so, yeah.
So Wolford is training with you guys now
Yes,
at
sir.
Rock City?
Full
All
time.
right.
Yeah, he's downstairs killing it right now.
Yeah, he got
He's
the
doing good.
state record for fastest knockout.
Yeah, I give him trash about it all the time. I said he's trash. It was lucky.
Wow.
Can't let his head get too big.
All right. Well, Nathan, you got any shout outs, thank yous, man? You just take all the time you want, man.
Shout out my coach. Shout out my team. Shout out Taylor. Shout out my family, my mom. Shout out Ashton Kirby. Shout out Miss Tiffany. Shout out my daughters, my family. Definitely my girlfriend. She supports me 100%. My friend, my best friend. Shout out my socks.
Sock game on.
Yeah, I had to get them socks on there, man.
Shout out to your daughter.
Yeah, I know who Sock Steve is.
Yeah, you got a beautiful daughter, man. I tell you what, she's a cutie, you know.
Thank you. Shout out Marcus Monk, Woods Elite, Spencer Harston. Shout out Irvin McClain. Everybody that you know that want to be part of Dre That Hitman. Let's make it happen, baby.
Hey, man, get Malik. Come to one of your fights, man. I used to go watch him play ball all the time, man.
Definitely.
He played for Bentonville because I lived up there, and I used to go play him every chance I could, man.
Oh,
That's
definitely. We just Malik. He just came down here to my hometown not too long ago. They they redid the whole park and put a whole new like whole new system in the park. It looks like bleachers, stands, everything. Malik and Marcus done.
man, it's one of the best high school basketball players I've ever seen in my life, man. I ain't kidding you. But anyway, November 16th, Pyramid Fights 14th, Batesville, Arkansas, Community Center. Crowd gets wild over there. You can't miss it. Dreadhead Hitman, Nathan Gilmore.
Rock City, stand up, baby.
Appreciate you, man.